Hi, I have done a short version of this for anybody who just wants a quick watch, but I thought I'd still do a longer format video because it's very hard to rush into a minute video of what you want to get across. But I do have three, possibly four rules of collecting. So this is toys, video games, pretty much anything really, figures, hot toys. If it's a character like, I don't need seven of the same character, even though they're from different movies or franchises. As long as I've got one, you know, for like, I've still got my Christopher Reeves Hot Toys, the original one. I'm no interest in rooted hair, updated versions. I love that figure, so I'm keeping it. Same with Bruce Lee. I've got him in the Game of Death Entebbe outfit. That does me. I did own all these other things. I'm not going to claim that I'm, you know, an expert collector, but I have done the hoarding, I have done the storing, I have done the over collecting, and it just got too much because you actually lose what roots you started collecting. So, like, yeah, first rule generally is I've got to have some attachment to it. I don't care if it's vintage, 60s, 70s, or a bit modern. You know, I am flexible, but it's got to have some connection whether I really want that character. And if it's modern, it's got to be exceptional that I want that character. Um, yeah, so like I've started collecting like Thunderbirds, uh, Vivid or Matchbox. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't quite pulled the trigger on it yet. But I don't need two Tracy Islands. So will I get Vivid Tracy Island or Matchbox Tracy Island? Matchbox figures or Vivid figures? Or, you know, the figures for Matchbox and a Vivid playset, which is, you know, that dilemma of I don't need two. When I collect Action Man, a lot of people in the community had like seven of the same vehicle, minting box, near minting box, one out of the box, but then it's got a box, but it's open, a loose version. That's not for me. Uh, Mentally, I couldn't do that. We also made the decision of our collection. Majority is in this room behind me. Some of my wife's pictures of One Piece, my son's into manga, uh, my toys, video games, and the like. So, you know, made the effort. I mean, I've always loved it when our collections together. I'm not very keen on having a room. I've done all that. So, like, nostalgia is very important. A connection. There again, as I said, I don't need tons of the same stuff. Just say Thunderbirds. I don't need all Thunderbirds. Just things I like, you know, and what direction I'm going. I'm not a great Captain Scarlet Stingray fan, though I watched them as a kid. Thunderbirds always been my one, so that's what I'm going to stick with. I've got the nostalgia. Number two, hoarding. Again, I've come across that in number one, but you don't need to hoard. Things aren't going to go up in value, especially toys. They make millions of them. And, you know, if everyone collects them, they become devalued anyway because, you know, even 60s, 70s toys, if everyone hoards them, again, they're going to lose their value. Thirdly, space. Space is the one number issue for collectors that they end up putting in storage, empty boxes, figures they don't see for a number of years until they go back and consider selling them. That's hoarding, that is not collecting. I've watched a number of videos of people coming to this conclusion, you know, paying £200, $200, whatever, for a storage unit for empty boxes. Again, thinking it's going to hold its value. No. As a long time collector, I know this ain't true. because the market will go. Whatever's hot today, 10, 15 years later, gone away. You know, Beanie Babies, you know, what happened to them? You know, many wristband things made of rubber bands went away. So yeah, you have to be very selective in collecting. I'm not preaching, this is from pure experience. It's cost me a lot of money, a lot of headache, a lot of mental illness, and you know, you don't need that in your life. You know, the real world is what's important. You know, it feeds your family, puts a roof over your head. This is our escapism, but it doesn't need to be 7 days a week live streaming. I see people on there all the time, and I'm thinking, well, you're married or you've got kids. You know, why spend so much time just talking to 50 people or 50,000 people? It doesn't really matter. It's an all thing, you know. So like the nostalgia's number one, connection. Number two, I don't hoard anymore, which I did. And number three, don't go for value, because it's, if you don't have number one, number three don't matter. I'm saying this with, you know, my hand on my heart. I've been there. I'm not preaching. I've got to have people go, don't preach to me what I collect. I'm not. But I'm at an age where I know when I look back, a lot of people are a very young age going forward. You know, Funko Pops, what's that going to be in 10, 15 years? All on the garbage because no one will want them. It's just the way the world is. So if you're collecting, try and stick to your own rules, whatever rules you make up, and you know, stick to them. You know, I love collecting. You know, it is a drug. No matter what anyone says, it is a drug like any other alcohol, eating too much, going on holiday, anything where you do it a lot. It is a drug. So just bear that in mind. That's all I'm saying as a honest collector. As I say, I'm the humble collector now. You know. So yeah. Hopefully this will help some people. If you watched the short version, thank you very much. If you watched this one, thank you even more, because I put more of me into this one. You know, keep collecting, keep it honest. If you like this kind of content, because I do put a lot of this rubbish on, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. It does mean a lot to me. It's only me and occasionally members of my family about what they're collecting, but you know, we love collecting. And I put silly videos on there, all seem to do well. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care.